When you begin writing something, or we'll take this film, do you ever see the implications or how you think the viewer may take it in their own lives? I mean, are you thinking how an audience member may think about the film in terms of how it may relate to their own situation?
Yeah, I mean, this was something when we first did the crowdfunding campaign. At the time, this was another thing actually in the very early script where the husband hadn't cheated. She was just bored with her life and wanted to change and takes off because he was, kind of a bit boring and they were stuck in their ways. And at the time when we did the crowdfunding campaign, which was mainly in England, we got a lot of support from females, I think, who'd been married a long time, like housewives that could relate to that. Like, nothing's really wrong, but we're just bored and we want to do something new, and that sounds amazing to take off and create a different life. So we were getting support from a lot of women who felt like that. But ultimately, when it came to creating the film, again, that was a thing that I felt was going to make Poppy unlikable. Like, she takes off, the husband's done nothing wrong, she's just bored, she goes off and has affairs, and it wasn't really going to work. We needed something, we needed the husband to have done something to, but yeah, I think particularly with women and with Poppy, they can really relate to her journey and how, yeah, I'd like to do that and leave my husband and go off to Hollywood to, find my idol or something.
And you had a different title before with the crowdfunding?
Yeah, it was called Looking for George Clooney because at the time he was single. So, and then it became Looking for George, and then after the engagement, we can't have someone looking for someone who's married. So, and like I say, it wasn't really about that anyway. We changed the title, and I actually like For the Love of George better anyway. So
yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
How do you write a great scene?
How do you write a great scene? I mean, for example, the psychic scene, the scene with Kristen Johnston, that was just something. I mean, to me, that's one of the funniest in the film because Kristen is so funny, and I don't know, it just kind of came to me. It just came to me. We need to do this, and it'll be fun if we have a visit a psychic. And I think just when you've got such a strong vision, you can hear the lines, you can see it played out. I don't know. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. Sometimes I think the best scenes, they happen like that because it just comes like other things you can work on and overthink. But yeah, I mean, that one, it was just, just came very, very quickly.
You said that you did purchase a few or one or two screenwriting books, but you actually didn't read them?
No.
Okay.
I didn't read any. I probably should have done, but I really felt, for me, and like I said, I'm impatient. I wanna just get in and do it. And Hayley, my co-writer, had, she trained with some of the best screenwriters in England, so we had the basics. For me, it was more about story and dialogue, and the rest of it I just picked up as I went on, how you have to have these peaks and things, and how visually it was so important. So we really just spoke about the story a lot, and she would go off and write something and it would come back and I'd be like, yeah, this isn't working, and change it from my point of view. But yeah, I didn't feel that I needed them. I mean, I will probably read them in the future, but I would rather be reading and writing and creating the script than reading something that's going to slow me down from doing that.
Was there ever a book on the creative process, even if it wasn't exactly about screenwriting, or even a film that always stuck with you and you remember sort of the structure or whatever it was that they advised?
I mean, I would get advice and things online. I mean, I bought lots of books on, producing and legal stuff, and went to a lot of, like I say, filmmaking seminars, and, heard a lot of different people talk, producers, screenwriters, lawyers, and I would pick something up from every seminar and, would kind of take that on board. But there wasn't really anything in particular. I think I just had a very strong vision and, really knew what I wanted. And because I was so open to other screenwriters' input, like I say, I have a very few good friends that have written films, have had films produced. So in the very early stages, I would take on board what they were saying and structurally and things like that.
So from the day that you first had an idea, an inkling about making the film, to actually, what you said, the premiere
Yes,
was
last Monday.
Last
Yeah,
Monday, okay,
yeah.
at the Grauman's Chinese?
Yeah, Chinese 6.
Chinese, okay,
6, yeah.
nice. What time frame is that?
Yeah, so I would say that I had the idea, you know, I actually look back because, like I said, it started as an idea for a TV show, and my character was just one of the 3 in a TV show who had moved to LA, was a publicist, thought she could be the next Mrs. Clooney. So I look back at when those meetings first started to discuss that idea, and it was 2010.
Oh,
So a long time from the very first seed of the idea, 8 years.
so taking the idea for the film of someone who's leaving a situation that they don't feel comfortable in and wanting to go to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Let's say there's somebody really out there that's in another area and they want to come here, but maybe it's not to find a certain person.
Yeah.
But what advice would you give to them? Because it can seem very exciting. It can be, you know, and there are parts that are very wonderful and exciting here. Lots to do, beautiful weather, a lot of people watching. Just if someone would said, you know what, it's funny, you've written my life, and I'm actually coming to LA next week. What would you tell them?
I mean, I've said that to a few people who move into LA. It's really easy to move to LA and get, like you're saying, like lost in the weather and the social life and the friends, but you don't achieve anything like that. You don't end up, you know, getting anything done if you because if you do that for too long, then I think you lose your track. So it's really important in LA to have a good group of people around you that, you know, friends are so important here because it is, to quote a line from the script, it's a very transient town. So, you know, find a really good group of people around you and just don't get caught up in the whole LA life of, you know, I can go off and do anything. But you know, for me, I came to LA, I hadn't made a film before, and, you know, you just work really hard and it can be done, you know. So I think, like, really, if you have something you really want to do, and I've said this so many times, if you have a passion about it and you just stay focused, it might take a few years, but, you know, you can do stuff here. It's a great place to be.
Right. How can you build a network?
Well, for me, like when I came here, being British, you know, there's always Facebook groups or something. Like there's a Brits in LA group, there's BAFTA that I'm a member of, you know, the British Academy. So it's just finding like-minded people, you know, and it's friends of friends. It's like, you know, you get here, it's a very social place, LA, and so you soon find the kind of people that you want to surround yourself with. It might take some time, but you do, you know, you want to find people that keep you grounded and, you know, that you enjoy their company and people where you don't get too caught up in their drama. Because everyone has drama here, including myself, but you want to have those people that support you, you know, and it's you're not supporting their drama too much all of the time.
Right. Sometimes it's fun to listen to the drama. But
no, sometimes I actually enjoy it because it takes you out of your own drama. It's like, no, forget my problems. Let's talk about yours.
Right. In moderation.
Yeah.